be talking about social media. And before we do, we have to do our cheers. I really hope that you've got your coffee in front of you, but let's cheers it up, Anna. Welcome to Coffee Talks with Anna and Jamie.
Cheers. Where are you? This is not good. We're not good at this. We're going to talk all about social media. And how many of you guys like sit down and you're like, what the heck should I post? Or you're like, I haven't shot anything recently, so I don't have anything to post, right? So we're going to talk about first what not to post, right? And then we're going to talk second about what different types of things to post besides just your sessions.
Okay, before we do that, Anna.
Yes.
This is going totally off script, which I know you like.
Great.
So
that's my favorite.
Yes. One thing that we did not talk about was, do we friend our clients? That was going to be a whole other talk, and we decided not to. So let's talk about that right now, because these things that we're going to, these points that we're talking about could also roll over into your personal page if you are friending clients. Okay.
Yes.
So
absolutely.
Anna, yes or no? Do you, when a client sends you a friend request, do you accept?
I do.
I also do. And let's tell them why. Why do we accept friend requests from clients?
I do, because I feel like if they're my Facebook friend, they're just going to totally love me because no, I'm just kidding. I feel like any way that I can stay connected to my client is great. So so it's really just like more points of contact that they will have with me, even though they're not about photography. I can congratulate them on a business promotion, or I can like a picture of their children, or I can see when they post a picture that I've taken, or like all of these. There's so many good reasons to be friends on Facebook with your clients, for sure.
Yes. So in the olden days, when we didn't have social media, no, for real. Like, I remember my realtor, he's sending me, letters in the snail mail. I remember him calling me, wishing me a happy birthday, which was kind of weird, but that was how they had these points of contact with us, was they had to do those things. But now we have this benefit of being able to communicate with them on a regular basis and remind them that we exist. And so that's a great opportunity to do that. And then the other thing is, honestly, I become friends with all my clients. So that's why you can't do like a friend discount if you become friends with all your clients.
Yeah, right.
So because I become friends with all my clients, it'd be really weird to not accept the friend request. So these things that we're talking about, like in our first point, we're going to be talking about things not to do on social media. This would also apply to your personal page, especially if you're accepting friend requests from your clients. Okay, so let's get into that. Here are the things. We've got 3 things. So we want you to write these down, get your pen, pencil, or crayon out.
Crayon. So the crayon.
Yeah, this is where I'm at today. I'm writing with the crayon. And I want you to write these things down. The 3 things not to do on social media, whether it be your photography page or your business page or your page. Okay, the first thing is, Anna, go. Hit it.
Don't be controversial with your posts.
Dive into that one, girl.
Yeah, so, like, say it's election time. And you hate Trump, or you hate Hillary, or you hate, I don't know what you hate, right? So, say it's that time of the year. That's your business page is probably not the place to post about that.
Right.
Here's the thing, and if you friend your clients, that's also probably not the place to post about that, because I can tell you that, first of all, does it matter if somebody likes Trump to me to shoot their pictures, or Hillary? Either one. Does it matter what political party they align with, or if they're pro-life, or if they're whatever? Like, does any of that matter to me to shoot them? No. I will still photograph you. No matter what your political, religious, whatever beliefs are. So it doesn't matter to me. Might it matter to them when choosing me? Because believe me, like, how many times through this whole political everything did people say, I just unfriended 30 people because they are posting different views than me? Okay. I don't necessarily agree with that, but they are doing that. And so they could be undoing you too.
Plus,
you know,
people don't know the tone in which you're saying something. There's so many things that can get skewed. And on top of that, it always gets ugly in the comments. Like, you may post something that is pretty benign, but then you go down in those comments and people are getting ugly with each other. People are saying rude things to each other. And then you're like, oh, crap. I mean, I have seen this more than once. So just stay away from those things that are controversial, especially on that business page. There's really no point on your business page to be doing that kind of thing. Okay. Next one is things not to do, things not to post would be your sessions. I know that sounds really crazy. Now, we're not saying never, ever, ever post your sessions, but if that's all that you're posting on your personal and on your business page, that could be a problem. Now, I will say, definitely post your sessions and pictures that you've taken on your personal page too, because I've gotten a lot of people through doing that. But that's not all I post. There's more to me as a person, and there's more to your client as a person than just the sessions. And really, all they care about are their sessions, right? And so if you're posting sessions constantly, now what this can do is this can be a great reminder, oh man, I need to schedule with her. So that's great. And that's why you do need to have that intermix. But that's not all. Like, okay, here's such a good example, and I just came up with it. If me and you, Anna, when we get together, we're just always talking about our husbands, or we're always talking about our kids, like, that would be really boring. Like, it would be one-dimensional. And so you're not going to do that with a friend. Don't do that on social media.
Yeah, I think that it's so important because, like, we know the domino effect of posting a session that could absolutely get you a fan, especially when you've tagged your client and all of that stuff. You know, they're sharing it. It's a great way. But I will tell you, if every time I'm scrolling through, and especially on Instagram, this drives me insane. You have a session, you post 5 different posts of the same session, all right in a row. And I'm scrolling through and I see 5 of, I literally am unfollowing you right now because I don't want to see all of that, you know? So it's important, but you've got to mix some other stuff in there for sure. And we're going to talk about what to mix in there.
Yeah, we are. We sure are. Okay, the third thing to not do, please be writing this down, is, what is it, Anna?
It's whining.
And this might be, I don't know that people would do this on their business page, but for sure on their personal page.
I've seen it.
You've seen, okay, let's give an example.
There was a photographer who, somebody messaged them asking if their pictures were edited yet. This went viral, and I'm going to try to find the link. Actually, maybe I don't want to encourage it because she ended up like getting famous about it. But she whined about a client saying basically like, FYI, if you message me asking me if your pictures are edited yet, you automatically are going to have to wait a whole nother week. Basically telling her potential clients, current clients, anyone in between. Yeah. I mean, that's an extreme version of it, okay? It's a very extreme version of it.
It's not looked at at all. You're talking crap about your clients. I don't get why people do that.
Yeah, don't do it. All right, so now that you know 3 things not to do, let's talk about things that you can post that are awesome. Things that you can post that that are not just your photography sessions. Okay.
Yep.
So the first things first, which is one of my favorite things to do, is to post product features. And you've probably seen some of our Profit Hogs doing it too, because like Jenny does this, I know. Where you do a Facebook Live or you do an Instagram post and you're like, hey, look at this image box. This is what an image box is. This is what it looks like. Here are the prints. Look at how sturdy they are. And you show them all of that. It could also just be a really beautiful picture of look at, like there was one time in the fall, I had just gotten like 5 image boxes delivered at one time. And I stacked them all on my dining room table. And I took a picture and I said, I love when all my product orders come in. Love these beautiful image boxes, blah, blah, blah. That did 2 things for me. First, it showcased one of my products. Second, it showcased how busy I am and how many people had trusted me recently with their sessions, with their family photographs. So it did 2 things with that post, you know? So product features are one of my favorite things to do. Absolutely one of my favorite things to do. And they're easy because you're getting products in, and even if you aren't getting products in for clients right now, showcase some of your samples or some of the things that you've ordered for yourself.
Okay, speaking of that, Anna, I forgot to tell you these came in.
They came in, yeah!
Okay, so you guys, these are from Simply Color, and they're wood. And they were such a great price, and I hope Raina's not on here because this is going to be her. This is her gift. This is our mastermind group. Anyways, the other type of product that you can feature, it does not have to be photography. So it could be something that is related to your target client, right? What about this guy? What about this guy? So this is a Q&A book that we do at the dinner table every single night. And we ask a question, and then it's 3 years worth. So you can see, like, there's question in 2015, 2016, what the answers were. This would be a great thing to feature. It gives you something to talk about, something to relate with your clients, and it's helpful because you are letting them know of a resource that has been beneficial to you and your family. And so if you're a family photographer, this is a really great thing. So if you're not a family photographer, obviously you would not post this. So knowing your clients is really important, and posting resources that they would find valuable is huge.
Huge, yes. That is from Simply Color, Amy. The wood, not the book.
Book is from Amazon.
Okay. The second thing, Jamie?
Packaged orders. We kind of talked about that a little bit.
Yeah, I think there's a difference between a picture of the actual product and what it looks like all packaged up. If you watched our coffee talk about packaging, you know that we kind of go above and beyond in creating this beautiful package. And actually, one of our Profit Talks just posted hers, and it was so pretty. And she was trying to decide about the sticker on the front or not. And I'm like, put the sticker on front because they might share it on social media. And you can share it on social media too, because here's what it does, is that every time a client sees something that looks special and highlights part of your experience, it makes them want it more. Okay, so if a client knows that part of your experience is getting this beautiful package, whether they consciously think, oh, I want a beautiful package like that, or if it's subconscious, like, oh, look at that, I want that too, you know?
Yeah.
It triggers, and it's another thing to showcase how above and beyond you go for your clients.
Right. Yep. Okay, so the next thing is, these are things to post besides the session, hope you're writing this down, is behind the scenes. So one time I actually was like scouting out a location before my clients were there, and I did a Facebook Live on that. And people really love that. Like, they liked seeing the fact that I was going ahead of time and I'm picking out these spots, and there was this beautiful location. And somebody who inquired with me was like, I actually want to do it at that place that you did that video. You know, like they didn't even know where it was.
Yeah.
But that's one behind the scene. The other behind the scene is if your clients take pictures of you while you're taking pictures, which I personally hate because normally I look awful in those pictures, but they post them, and I don't know, it just, you know, for you to repost it, it kind of shows you in action doing what you do.
But yeah, that's a great way to do Instagram stories behind the scenes, Facebook Lives behind the scenes, and pictures behind the scenes for sure. Love that. And then back to getting personal is posting things that are personal for sure with that little filter that we talked about earlier. But then also posting things of value, like a way to do a personal post, for an example of something that I might do, right? I photograph families, and I also have a family. And so one great way for people to get to know me a little bit more is for me to post about my family. Now, please, for the love, don't just post pictures of your kids all day long. Because nobody wants to see. Nobody cares that much about your kids.
It's so tempting when they're so cute and little.
When they're little,
and when they like let you take pictures. Oh, it's so tempting.
Once they get older and they turn into little jerks, no. Not so much.
You're on a roll, girl.
But so say I took my kids apple picking, okay? And that would be a fun either Instagram story or showing the picture and talking about doing that, but also that makes me look good for doing something with my family. but then it also is giving them value of like, this is where we went. Here's an idea of something for you to do with your family next weekend.
Mm-hmm.
How about you for personal?
And that's very helpful.
Remember Jamie did the post of doing the canvases with her kids? Was that, you want to talk about that example? I'm sure you guys
sure. So I just did this recently. I used to do it more often in San Antonio, but on breaks, like on spring break, summer break, whatever. I don't do it here in winter break because it's so cold. But I would get canvases, and I have little easels, all this stuff from Hobby Lobby that didn't cost very much. And we go to a place that they've admired. So in San Antonio, it was buildings. We just went to the Garden of the Gods, and it was rocks, which are actually quite difficult to paint, but different rock formations. So we go there, and we set everything up, and they paint, and everybody loves it. I mean, we attract a crowd. It's kind of awkward, actually, but but everybody loves to see those. And then I kind of break down what we did, like the things that I got for it, where we went, how we kind of guided it, because I'm not a painter. I have no idea what I'm doing. So it kind of shows that like you can still do this even though that might not be your thing, you know, if it's something your kids enjoy.
That became a great blog post, but it also can be a great social media post to just throw up a picture of you guys doing that, or again, an Instagram story or a Facebook Live of like, this is what we're doing. It makes you look good. It's not about photography. Like, so do you see the underlying theme here is that it doesn't all have to be about photography, because we need to be providing value year round. Guess what? I'm not shooting any clients over the winter. I don't shoot during the winter. I don't photograph during the winter. And so I'm not going to be posting sessions, but do I still need to stay connected to those clients? I do, because I want to be fresh on their mind come spring when they do want to book a session.
Right. And that's the thing that we talk all about in Profit Photography with our students. Your newsletter, your blog posts, they all need to be things that are relevant to your target client, even if it's not photography related. And so if you're thinking about that, when you think about posts, those posts could actually be turned into newsletters. Those posts could be turned into, blogs, blog posts. And so this can go on different social, not just social media, but on your
yes, you can spread this content on all different platforms.
Right. So it's multi-use.
Yes, Brandy says, show that you're relatable. Exactly. And
likable too.
And likable. Cooking with your kids, like that kind of stuff. Baking with your kids, like that kind of stuff.
Yelling at your kids. Just
yelling at your kids.
That's relatable. Just kidding. I never do that.
Actually, I do know. Sorry.
So let's just recap really quickly. We talked about the 3 things that you do not want to do when it comes to social media. And that was not be controversial, not just post all sessions, and stop the whining unless you can get a positive spin on it. And the 4 things to do besides posting sessions would be features, which could be product features, or it could just be resources that would be helpful to them, packaged orders, behind the scene pictures, and getting personal. So next week, Anna, what are we going to be talking about?
Oh, next week, you guys are going to be so excited. I've convinced Jamie. I pushed Jamie over the edge to talking about Facebook ads. Okay?
I might change my mind.
She's not going to change her mind. Next week, we're going to be talking about Facebook ads because you guys, have you noticed this is happening? So we remember it with Facebook where they gave us this really great business page and then they basically took it away from us, but not really. We have it, but there's no reach. Okay. And then, so we went to Instagram and Instagram gave us the page with great reach and now they're pulling away the reach. And so what's the way to keep connecting with people is Facebook ads. And so we're going to close up the social media month with Facebook ads. So join us next week for that. Keep an eye out in your inbox. We'll let you know when we are going live. Make sure you add so you can click on one of our emails and drag it into your inbox to make sure that we're not showing up in your promotions folder. We're showing up in your inbox. So that way you know when we are going live because you're not going to want to miss this. So do that right now.
Thanks, guys, so much for joining us. This is Jamie and Anna with the Snap Society, and we will be here next week. So make sure you hop on live and check out the blog because that's where all of our past posts are.
Yes. Awesome. Bye, guys.
Bye.